Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between Barcelona and Elche. Within this game, Barcelona has won 3-0 with a goal coming from Lewandowski, another goal coming from the exact same player, Lewandowski, and also ending it with Memphis Depay. It was a great game. I do believe that Barcelona had it very easy at the Camp Nou, showing towards the fans that yes, this is a team that can still be very, very successful. We can still play in a very entertaining way. Yes, it is true that Elche did get the red card, which is why we saw Barcelona basically control the whole course of the 90 minutes. If you look at the graph here, you can see that Elche did not have a single moment in terms of attacking presence within Elche's final third, like at all. Barcelona had everything under control. We were basically playing against a very low block, but in the end, Barcelona were very successful. So what we're going to be doing within this video is talk about the 3 talking key points coming away from this game. Like, what did we learn? What is the most important? And to basically start things off, let's talk about the starting 11. We can see here that we saw Ter Stegen, Ronald Araujo, Dembele, Pedri, Lewandowski, Memphis, Kessie, Frenkie, Koundé, Eric Garcia, and Alejandro Balde. So we saw a few rotations. I'm glad to see that Memphis Depay is getting some minutes, some chances. We can see that Kessie was starting with Frenkie de Jong. Yes, Frenkie de Jong was the pivot within this game. So it was a very interesting starting 11. And if we look at just how dominant Barcelona was, they had a total of 77% possession, and Elche only had like 1 shot on target. And that's basically it. Everything else was only Barcelona. So let's go into the 3 talking key points. And point number 1 is going to be Frenkie as a pivot. I think that Frenkie within this position, he's becoming a player that can really position himself in the correct moments and within the correct areas. Like, he's doing very, very well when it comes to that aspect of the game. He's looking way calmer every time he receives the ball. And so he's starting to look much more comfortable. And that is a great sign. You look at the overall stats Frenkie de Jong did have against Elche, you can see that he had a total of 95 passes, 124 touches, 3 out of 6 long balls completed, 2 shots on target, 8 out of 9 duels won, 5 interceptions, and 5 tackles. So it's a great game coming from Frenkie as a pivot. Do I believe that Frenkie is at the same level of Busquets, for example? When it comes to playing in that pivot position, I would say no, but Frenkie is having progress, and that's the only thing that we are looking for. The only flaw I would probably give towards Frenkie in terms of him being within this position is him making those misplaced passes. Like, if he did those misplaced passes, like how he did against Elche, up against Bayern Munich or Manchester City, you would see Barcelona really pay the price for something like that. So do I believe that as of now, is Frenkie the pivot of that midfield for Barcelona's future? I would still say no. But again, like I've said before, he is improving. He is looking much more active than ever before. And that is, again, a very, very good sign. And we will see how he does grow through this season. And the one thing that I have noticed when it comes to how Xavi likes to position every player once Frenkie does receive the ball in the middle of the pitch is that he does want Pedri very close to Frenkie de Jong. He always wants to see Pedri as an option for Frenkie to pass it to. And then we usually see Gavi sit much, much higher in order to receive a ball either coming from Frenkie or sometimes, the majority of the time, Pedri. So a lot of the times against Elche, we saw Frenkie de Jong regain the ball, whether that's intercepting the ball, making a tackle, receiving a ball from Ronald Araujo, and then we always saw Pedri right next to him being tucked in, ready to receive the ball in order for Pedri to organize the play. Frenkie's not necessarily the one that organizes the play. It's usually Pedri, which is why Xavi Hernandez has commanded Pedri to always ask for the ball and be right next to Frenkie de Jong. So I do love the way this midfield is being set up, and I would love to continue to see a midfield of Frenkie, Pedri, and Gavi and see what they can give to this Barcelona squad. Moving on to point number 2, and it is going to be Alejandro Balde. Like, let's talk about this player. The fact that this player has came out from this game with 2 assists, that basically does mean that within La Liga, he has had a total of 3 assists, him being the top assist player of La Liga so far. So this is a form of growth. Xavi is working his hardest to make this player, Balde, as a left back, a starter for this Barcelona squad and building his own Alphonso Davies. Now, I'm not saying that Balde is at the level of Alphonso Davies, but there are some similarities in terms of the style of play, always looking for that 1v1, always being capable to receive the ball in the middle of the pitch and dragging the ball into the final third. So you look at the first assist that Balde had, it was a beautiful play coming from Barcelona as a collective. Pedri laid off a beautiful pass down the left flank. Balde receives the ball, makes a cross to Lewandowski, and it was a goal, right? That is how Lewandowski found the first goal, and it was a very well-timed cross coming from Balde. And those are things that you really do want to see. You look at the second assist, you can see that Balde just simply passes it towards Memphis Depay. Memphis holds the ball, covering it with his body, and then he makes the goal. So looking at this game of Balde, there are very big differences when it comes to comparing Balde to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba has always been someone that liked to receive the ball or laid off passes outside the box. Balde is different. He likes to receive the ball deeper in the field and make those runs to the outside box. That is the biggest difference between Alba and Alejandro Balde. You can see that Balde is much more athletic, more daring, always being capable to dribble because of his close control with the ball. And this is something that Balde has been carrying with him since even the B team. We saw this with him throughout these past 4 to 5 years. So if you guys are wondering, why did we not place Balde versus Bayern Munich? Like, why didn't Xavi do this? Like, to see that Balde has provided 2 assists, looking at how dangerous he is, he could have been a perfect left back going up against Bayern. And here's the thing, I think that Xavi right now is taking the correct approach, because playing against Elche and playing against Bayern are 2 very different things. Xavi really does want to introduce this player gradually into first team football. Like, when it comes to those big games, he wants to lay this player back and put him on the bench and maybe put this player later down the game. When it comes to facing these mid to low teams, that is where Xavi Hernandez wants to place Alejandro Balde, is to put this player in games like this, come out with an assist, come out with a goal, come out with a great game overall, and just build this player to the moment where he can place this player in big games. Not just automatically place this player in big games, because that is only going to hinder the player's progress, because he might potentially make a mistake and then lower his confidence. And so this is the way, is to bring Balde into games like this, have him gain his confidence, have him understand what he likes to provide on the field, and then slowly transition that type of game into the big moments, like against the Cities, the Bayerns, the Real Madrids, the Atletico Madrids. And who knows, maybe we could see Balde become a huge protagonist within that month of October, where we are going to be facing Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, and much more. Moving on towards the last key point, and it is going to be about Ansu Fati, because Ansu Fati did enter the match on the 60th minute, which I believe is the correct time to place these subs in, not like in the 80th minute like what we saw against Bayern Munich. And so we saw Ansu Fati play a good amount of minutes going up against Elche. Now, I know that many are concerned about this player's form, which is the reason why I want to talk about Ansu Fati for today. Today, we did not see Ansu Fati score. We did not see him assist. We did not see him really become that protagonist within the front three like how we usually used to see Ansu Fati before. We saw him trying to attempt to move the ball into space and look for the shot, but the defenders of Elche were covering Ansu Fati very well and very easy. And that is not the Ansu Fati that we all know. Like, we saw him lose possession a lot of the times, and that's very concerning. He came out this game with 2 shots off target and 1 shot that was blocked. So even though we saw Ansu Fati attempt to try and score a goal, he was just not lethal. Like, for the defenders of Elche, they found this just way too easy. And I look at the attitude, I look at the body language of Ansu, which is like my favorite thing to analyze, because that really does tell me a lot on where they're at mentally. You can just see that Ansu Fati gives up very easily when it comes to his attacking presence. Whatever he's trying to do, if one of the defenders are there to cover that player, Ansu Fati just lets go of the ball, and just way too easy. And to me, the only thing that's telling me is that this player mentally is just not there yet, like what we talked about in the previous video. Like, it has been 2 months since he has returned. I believe maybe even 3 months since he did return from his injury, and there hasn't been any progress in terms of the explosiveness, the composure on the ball. So the fact that we're going into this 2-week break and to see Spain play and to see all these other international teams play, this could be a moment for players like Ansu Fati to have that mental reset and to come back stronger than ever, because that tough period that we are going to be going through, all players are going to have to be 110%. We have to beat Real Madrid in October, Inter Milan twice within that month, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, and all of those teams. It's going to give us an idea, right? Going based off how successful we come out away from that month, it's going to give us an idea on what that next 5 months is going to look like, and Ansu Fati has to be part of that image. So overall, I'm very happy with this game. I really just wanted Barcelona to grab these 3 points and move forward from there, because we already knew that Barcelona were going to win in the end. We saw Lewandowski scoring 2 goals, came out as the MVP of this game as always, and so I'm very happy. Let's move forward from here and look forward towards the month of October. So that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona post-match review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.